Most of the practices we do here in the studio are based on direct experience. When we practice with direct experience, we bring attention to the undeniability of the present moment. One issue that can arise, though, especially when doing yoga nidra, is that it can become a mental practice. So when working with the breath, when working with the body, we need to be very, very careful because labels such as these, breath, body, refer to groups of elements that include both direct experience and thought content. In other words, when we say breath, we mean all of the sensations related to what we understand as air entering and leaving the body. Sensations at the nostrils, the throat, the belly, the chest. But we also mean the subtle mental aspects that seem to go along with these sensations. So images of the body breathing, superposed directions, in, out, up, down, all kinds of mental clues that are helpful. Sure, they're helpful in establishing the breath as a thing, a process, but they can be an issue when we want to focus attention on the sensation itself, or whatever it is that's taking place here and now. Sure, an image is an image. Yes, it's happening when it happens. But the story it tells is not part of direct experience. It's a fantasy. I am breathing is not direct experience. It's just an interpretation, a thought describing a sensation, or two, or three. And the same goes for the label body. So here, close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes. And please allow attention to come to your right leg. Yeah, right now, close your eyes. Allow the attention to come to the right leg. Attention on the right leg. What is the experience? What exactly is the experience? A sensation, yes? Now, is that sensation your right leg? Or is it just a sensation? Now pay attention to the mental elements. Pay attention to the label itself, the thought, right leg. So what's going on for you? Maybe you see a couple of words or an image of the leg. Proprioception also comes up and tells you where the sensation is. But you see, these are only thoughts. They come up, and then another thought comes up to create a link between these elements, and then they are called my right leg. But these are all just thoughts. They have nothing to do with the sensation itself. Right? There's the thought, and another, there's the sensation. All part of the experience, yes, but all independent. Can you see that? Okay, go ahead and open your eyes. The thing is that since we are so used to working with our minds these days, the tendency in many of these practices, especially when we work with the breath and body part rotation, is for the mind to take over. And you won't even notice it. You won't even notice it. It's a very, very subtle thing. And that's why I constantly ask you to slow down. By slowing down, you're able to perceive these subtleties. So notice, every time you do the practice, it's different. It's a different practice. Sensations are never the same, even though they're labeled the same. Bring attention to the right leg once again. You don't need to close the eyes. So what's your experience now? Is it the exact same experience you had a little while ago? Similar, perhaps. The same? Never. The labeling, the proprioception, and your memory make it appear to be the same, but it's always different. Sometimes it's stronger, more perceptible. Other times barely there, hot, cold. Sometimes not there at all, yes? Well, this is true, especially when working with the extremities of the body. So do you always feel all your fingers and toes? What happens when we rotate attention around the hands and the feet? Is attention on the individual sensations, fingers, palm, back of the hand, one by one? Or maybe some of them are not even there, and the mind comes in and fills in the blanks, making connections where there are no connections. So there's a name for this. This is called Gestalt. So not even the thoughts are the same. Have you noticed? Everything always different, always fresh. That happens. That happens. And it's okay. No need to change any of this. The important thing is to become aware of it, to know that this is happening. That's all I'm asking you to do. This knowing is the direct experience itself. Let's practice. Okay, so allow the body to settle in a comfortable position. Remember, there's no right or wrong here. It's all about being comfortable. Take some time to make any final adjustments. You can remain seated, you can lie down, use props if you wish. And when you're ready, when you feel that physical stillness emerging, taking over, close the eyes. Gently bring attention to the senses. The senses are always wide open. Notice any sounds around you. Sounds at a distance. Closer sounds. Sound of my voice. Just following one sound to the next. And taking the time to dissect the elements of experience. Bringing attention to the points of contact between the body and the surface, providing support now. The chair, the mat, the bed, the sofa. Sensing the weight of the body. The gentle pressure of the clothes on your skin. The air coming in and out at the tip of the nose. Acknowledging each sensation as it comes up. Noticing any smells, tastes that may be in your field of awareness. Bringing attention to any other sensations that might be present in your direct experience. Anything that's happening right here, right now. Acknowledging the darkness in front of your closed eyes. Sense of sight, the experience of seeing. Present with that warm, friendly, vast darkness. Maybe some residual colors, patterns show up. And a different quality of experience now, focusing on the images, the thoughts, observing that flux, And finally, just relaxing, expanding attention as it dissolves as awareness. Present with every single aspect of direct experience as one experience. Welcoming anything that comes up with openness. And notice how that presence allows everything to be just as it is, exactly as it is. Please allow attention now to come to the breath. So specifically, I'm going to invite you to focus on the gentle sensation of the air coming in and out at the tip of the nose. Just focusing on that sensation at the tip of the nose. So the next time an inhale emerges, attention will shift to one of the nostrils, as if the air was coming in only through that nostril. At the top of the inhale, a short pause. Attention comes to the tip of the nose, and the exhale happens through both nostrils naturally. The next inhale happens. Attention comes to the opposite nostril. Pause at the end of the inhale. Attention gently on the tip of the nose and exhale through both nostrils. So this exercise is all about moving attention. Continue with the movement of air on the nostrils, inhaling through one nostril, then exhaling through both nostrils, inhaling through the other nostril, exhaling through both nostrils. It doesn't really matter if the air is actually coming in through one nostril only. This is about attention, an exercise of attention. That's all it takes to achieve the same energetic effect of the physical practice. In through one nostril, out through both, in through the other nostril, out through both. Let's deepen that practice a little bit. So now, wherever you are in your breathing cycle, the next inhale, inhale through one nostril, a little pause at the end of the inhale, Switch attention to the other nostril. Then exhale through that nostril. Inhale through the same nostril. Pause. Shift attention to the opposite nostril. And let the air out. Here we're shifting nostrils at the top of the inhale after a short pause. Remember, if you're having difficulty at any point, it's okay to imagine the air is coming in and out through one nostril, then the other. You're probably already imagining anyway. Imagination, visualization can be useful here to help direct attention. So you're breathing out and breathing in through one nostril. Pause. Breathing out and breathing in through the other nostril. Keep going. Next time the inhale comes up, allow the air to come in through both nostrils. Make it a long and deep inhale. And on the exhale, simply let all the air come out through both nostrils. Let go of any control. Let go of visualizations, of images. And just take a few relaxed breaths. And continue to follow my guidance. An intention emerges, the intention to go on a journey of attention through the body. So the doer will take a back seat, words are heard, intention is set, attention merges with sensation in one movement of awareness along the body parts, all happening by itself. So let's start by bringing the attention to the toes of the right foot. Follow the sensations. Perhaps you're able to feel each toe, or maybe just the foot as a whole. Some sensations could be more present, others fainter. Maybe instead of sensation, there is an image of the toes of the right foot, or a label, the word. That's okay. That's okay. It's what's happening for you. Welcome the experience. And maybe notice that as attention remains focused on the area of the toes, the sensations tend to become more perceptible. Keep breathing. Attention now moves to the right ankle, the right shin, in touch with the raw experience, fresh, unnamed experience. Attention traveling up the right leg to the right knee, thigh, hip. Allow descriptions, labels, mental images that come up to guide you to the felt sensations. Let's move to the left side now. Awareness of the toes on the left foot. How are the sensations here different from the ones you experienced on the right foot? Are they more perceptible, more subtle? Are the sensations lighter, heavier, larger, smaller? Or are they just here now? Attention journeys up the left leg, the ankle, shin, knee, thigh. What does the left hip feel like as sensation? Come in touch with the sensation, or whatever comes up in this very moment, a description, an emotion. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. Attention moving along the fingers of the right hand now. The direct experience of each finger. Or maybe just a fuzzy feeling, then another, and another. The right wrist, forearm, upper arm, right shoulder. You set the intention now to move attention toward the fingers of the left hand. Observe as attention moves from finger to finger to finger. Then to the left wrist. Staying with the simple feeling of the forearm, upper arm, left shoulder. Now attention comes to the crown of the head, the top of the head. The space between the eyebrows. Down along the face. Just noticing, sensing, feeling the throat, chest. And finally, attention comes to rest on the belly. You feel the area of the belly as pure sensation. You've just taken a journey of movement through the body, movement of attention. And now the body is simply here, motionless. So please come in touch with that stillness. The body, still. Attention, motionless. resting as awareness. Allow attention to gently focus on the breath now. And notice the body breathing, the movement, the sensations coming and going. You sense all that inner movement, the blood flowing, the heart beating, all the activity in the body, the exchanges, the processes, all that movement. Just remain with that for a little while. Back to the motionless body. Feel the weight of the body. Feel the presence of the body in space. And then shifting attention back to the movement of the breath, the inner dynamics of the body, the apparent movement of the mental apparatus, the mind, thoughts coming and going. Please spend a few more moments shifting attention from the immobility of the body to the movement of its processes, translated as sensation, as thoughts. Immobility, mobility. Immobility, mobility. Now just let go. Attention relaxes, expands, resting as awareness right here, now. Present with the immobility, the weight of the body, present with the movement, present with the sensations, the thoughts, the feelings. Present with the experiencer, the me, that's also part of the experience. Present with every element of direct experience as direct experience, as the totality of experience, as pure being. Let's turn attention back on. Time to start emerging to the surface of awareness. Maybe noticing sounds around you. Coming in touch with the points of contact between the body and the surface, providing support. Acknowledging the other senses, perhaps a smell or a taste in the mouth. Aware of the darkness in front of your closed eyes. Welcoming the manifestation of any colors, any patterns. Take note of the mental realm, thoughts, images coming and going. And notice the breath. Bring attention to the breath. Let's make use of the breath to increase the body's sympathetic response. Wake the body up. We're going to do that by focusing on an in-breath. So allow each inhale to progressively wake the body up. Waking up more and more and more with each breath in. Emerging to the surface of awareness. If at some point the body wants to start moving, allow it to happen. Maybe small wiggles at first, or the head moving from side to side. Movements increasing on their own to the arms, the legs. So there's a wisdom to this. Allow that wisdom to take over, the wisdom of your body. Maybe eventually a nice full body stretch. Take your time here. Take your time as you transition to waking life. And when you feel ready, only when you feel ready, you may gradually open the eyes. That's it, friends. This Yoga Nidra session is complete. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon.